My time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn bad. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah I did.
Good morning everyone. Sorry I'm late. New office. I kind of like it. Got a new screen. Everything's set up. There might be a bit of an echo, but we'll try and fix that. Test. That might be a little bit better. What do I need? Give me 1 second. Ooh, got an entry on Pound USD. Right, let me show you that. Got in that fair value gap there, 76.4 retracement. Actually, I was in a bit higher, but I repositioned. Let's see if you can see the results. That doesn't show it. A bit higher. You should see it now. Refresh the results. How's everyone? Who we got? Janice, Elias, Bishel, Let's See the World, The Flippin' Fox, Amid, Bruno, Uncorrupted Han. Good morning. It's a bit tricky to do it live yesterday. Didn't have a screen. So what we're going to aim for this is a quarter of a position. Let's see. Good morning, Martin. Let's change the results because now it's actually properties. That was the profits yesterday. We are currently in a long position. This is the instant fund. Long. That's the one we traded and we got 7 pips and then we ended up losing it. So it's back to square one. We're $69 up, including this profit. So we'll see how well we do today. 1, 2, 6, 6, 2, 5. That's our entry. But like we discussed when we were doing this trade, we traded with half a lot. And we deemed that to be a bit too much for us to be able to reposition. So on this account, because we can only lose $1,000. What is the title of the intro song? I can't remember. I'll have a look. It's I pay for a service that you can have copy-free music on Artlist. Interesting price action. As always, London delivers really nice. We're gonna see how we're gonna do today. Let's get our trading view up. Do I have a discount code for Instant Fund? I don't think so. Actually, they do some. I'm not an affiliate, so I think you can look if you put instant funding discount, maybe they do something like promotions. The problem with this, I can hear my voice twice with this echo, so I need to solve that out. I'm going to be talking really weird otherwise. New York Open news was slow today. Let's have a look on the Forex front. We're coming into a big end of the week. We have unemployment claims. Today we had it at, let me show you what I'm looking at. We had unemployment claims and core PCE price index. That was going ahead today. Positive news for the dollar. Hence why we saw a little bit of unemployment. Actually, unemployment has gone down, but it went from 236 was the forecast to 228. So yeah, that is positive for the dollar. We'll see how much. We'll see how much that affects the pound dollar today. Trading view. Go here, pound dollar. I showed that in the Discord earlier. The reaction here to the fair value gap pushed up, found the 38, and then pushed down all the way to 76.4. But I bet you if we change this to an OTE, 79%, fill that fair value gap there to the pip. Oh wow, look at that. On the 15-minute. So we've got a previous daily high, previous daily low. We've got a midnight open. Now I've done that, I can't hear at all. New equipment. Can't wait to be in Bali where I have all my setup ready. I just turn it on. Let's see what I can do for that. Output. Oh well, I won't have music today. No. Whatever. Right, let's see. This one. And this one. This one. Live. Okay, so this obviously is the instant funding. What's the indicator you have for the zones? The indicator is market sessions by Boyd Toki, FX market sessions. If I go into the tools, you will see we've got 7 till 10. I put in these are the kill zones, so not the silver bullet, but this allows me to see what the kill zone did. London kill zone, Asian range, midnight open. That's all the information I need. And then for the actual silver bullet zone, I've took this one because I like this one because it gave me 1, 2, 3, 4 options of times that I can input in for the silver bullet trades, and you can see that with the color there, red. Where are they? That one there, red. I think I've got another color on one of the sessions. Green on the London kill zone, red on the New York session. So, which is coming up in 30 minutes. Well, we'll see where that liquidity draw is going to take us, what we're going to be looking for. Price is currently reacting to that fair value gap now and pushing back up into equilibrium. Of course, there's going to be some sell-off after the push-up, right? So there's going to be some profit taking. Price went from, the previous day went from 126, 186, all the way up to 12746. So do you think people are not going to capitalize on that? Of course they will, and that's what you see here. People taking profits out of that move, and now price is being rebalanced. The question is, which we need to answer, is that rebalance a push higher, or are we gonna, that was only the news that broke out and we're gonna continue lower? So that's what we need to be aware. The reason I entered here, we're in equilibrium, so we can trade that safely. We're currently in, how many pips is that? I need a pip calculator. Someone told me that I can use a pip calculator in an EA form, so it tells me here. Was it Dan? He's a fellow Vanguard. Maybe I need to ask him to give me that. Maybe he did send me that tool. What happened to my old Fibers account? Still traded it. It's in a swing trade. We'll talk about that in September. I believe the 3% daily drawdown decision is on the 8th of September. I'm talking to Ruben, who's the risk. He deals with the risk of the whole funds of the Fibers. So we'll see what we can do. But it's doing okay. I closed yesterday a couple of trades. Because that's actually my paying account at the moment. That's what I live with, that account. These ones is the second account. This is Instant Fund. If you don't know what Instant Fund is, I heard it on one of the interviews and they were talking quite nicely about it. And when I looked into the dashboard and what it provides and everything else, it makes sense. It looked quite nice for me to get involved. So that's why we're doing this second account. I don't want to have one account that I rely on in case things like now change, or they decide to do different drawdowns, they decide to close the programs or whatever. I want to diversify a little bit my funds and eventually have my own fund to be able to trade. Because in reality, do you need a lot of money? Do we need a lot of money to trade? How much money do we need to make the money that we're making now? I would say I would need about 40 to 50,000 account to feel comfortable. So until we hit that number, we'll just trade prop, and every month we'll put, instead of leaving the money into the prop firm, if this rule comes into play, because the 3% drawdown is going to be 7K. So as long as I got the 3% drawdown covered and maybe a little bit more, the rest I can use it in my own account to start trading it. So this is the bad boy. Let's see. For the people that haven't seen this prop firm before, is instant fund, so you don't have to do any challenge. You pay it. I can't remember, I paid about $500 for this, I think. We've got profit target. Obviously you don't have a profit target because it's funded already. Daily loss, no daily loss. I like that. I really like that. Maximum loss limit. Actually, I'm doing the smart account, and I'll tell you what that is. 10% smart drawdown. So even if we're in profit, now the 10% is added with the profit. So if it's $1,000 on, let's say the 10K, if I've done 10,000, if I've done 12,000, then it will be 10% off the 12,000, not from the original 10,000. Time limit, no. Scale target, I need to hit 10%, so that's $1,000. and then they will double that account. And it doubles a lot. It doubles up to 1.2 million. So I'm quite excited about this account. It allows EAs, it allows copy trading. Can I trade news? Yes. So we're trying this as well. So we're having a second account. And like with everything, these guys might decide suddenly to change this. So it's good to have a little bit of variability. My account is 250,000, where it's currently sitting at 265,000, I think. Next target is 275. We need to hit, and that's my little baby. That's my actual big account. I've passed so many milestones of that. We started with 100K, got 125, 150, 175, 200, 250, and now we're gonna go to 275. So it's a proven account. So I would like to take time to make sure that this account is, I can't be changing things the way I'm trading. So I need to be very, very careful on how I'm gonna use it when these rules come in. Who else we got? We got Shan in. Hello, Shan. Who have I missed? Disconcur, Mana. We talked about that. John. Reshab. Have you seen the scaling cost? 5% of profit for instant fund. What does that mean, Martin? I believe that the profit split. Where did I open it? The profit split starts with 75. Didn't they have that question? Profit target, no. Where could I see? I did see that. Where did I see it? When you scale, you have to pay back half of the 10% profit target. Wait, really? Scaling target. Can you post a link in, Martin, where it says that? When you scale, you have to pay back half of the 10% profit. I believe it's 75% profit take. That's what I see, and it goes up to 95. But I'll have a quick look in case I've missed something. Is there a reason I shouldn't be trading instant fund? Have you found it? Let's see. Right, we're currently sitting on, for now, which since I haven't got Dan's little nice tool that will give me the pip that I'm currently sitting on. Maybe I could add it now, let me see. Quite easy to install these EAs these days on the Meta 5. We've got a little section in the Vanguards where people can share their toolbox. And Dan has been very kind to share the lot calculator size. Is that gonna do it for me? Is that gonna tell me, is that calculating size, or does it actually give you your current pips? So would it tell me now in how many pips we are? I know I'm being a bit spoiled here. I can just go on a pip calculator just to make sure. Pip value. So let's continue. I'll do that for now, and then we can sort it out afterwards. So I can show you what I'm doing. Pip calculator, we've got pound dollar paid on USD. We've entered a 0.25. Lot size is 0.25. And if I want to make 40 pips, that's going to be $100, obviously. So 10 pips, 25. So we're currently sitting on about 20 pips. Unless something's changed now in the market. Let's see. $42. So we're currently sitting in a really nice profit. Obviously, with a bigger size, that will be a lot more money. But this is the account, and we need to do it safely. That's why we can hold this a little bit longer. We can hold it up to this point here, into the 80s, and try and get 40 pips, 50 pips. Afternoon, William Turner. Are you using MetaTrader 5? If not, what do you use to enter your trades? MetaTrader 5. This is on all the accounts. You can buy magic keys. It also shows the current pips. I do have I'm so annoying because I bought one from what they're called El Gato, which is really cool. I use it for my streams, but I think I left it in Greece, which I'm a bit annoyed about. But because it's expensive equipment, so I might have to buy it again. But it's okay, we'll survive. We survive without my magic keys. So the plan, where would we reposition? That is a good question that hasn't been asked yet, and I know it's going to come, so I'm going to tell you now. If we jump onto TradingView, what is the plan if good old New York session is not kind to us and starts doing this after equilibrium? Well, the obvious one is we need to see how far our entry is from the current risk we want to be taking. So we've got long. We went long in 126625, 12662725. Really good entry. I like this entry. I do like this entry. We go here. That's going to be our worst entry. Not podcast. Worst entry. Okay. So we've only committed on this account. We can probably trade up to 2 lots broken up. We're just hitting equilibrium now. So let's see. Do we want to take some profits? Kind of want to make change cursor to crosshair and click and drag on MetaTrader on MT5. Really? Have I learned something new today? Crosshair and then click and drag from entry to number of points. Let's see. Yes. 220 points. Wait a minute. What? Dragging the TP. Let's try that again. So I'm going to drag it from my entry. 23 bars. 21 bars. 240 points. Does that mean 24 points? No, that's not right. 219 points. Can I adjust this? Can I customize it? I need something simple, that will tell me. Well, we know roughly like $50 is So $25 is 10 pips, $50 is 20 pips. So that would make sense, right? So we got from here till here, up to 50. So $50 would be 20 pips. So right there. Useful, very, very useful. Appreciate that. Mike Burton, dropping the bombs today, making me a better trader. Love it. So look at this price action, guys. We're on the 5 minutes. So what did we have? We had a big push up, consolidation, da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Push down, nice delivery below the lows here, took out liquidity, pushed back up, filled fair value gaps, delivery of price during London session. Now consolidated, broke the low. What is starting to look familiar? Can you guess what is starting to look a bit like it might be doing? I need TradingView for this because drawing on MT5 is not the best. We can't lie. In an ideal scenario of what we're entering and how we're trading at the moment, what would be nice is to go down to the 2 minutes. Let's see where it is the best view. 5 minute would do. What can happen here and what would be nice for it to happen? We've got a nice little low here. We've got a nice little high here. We've got another lower low right here on a fair value gap. Now if price breaks up and comes and find this low, what is this? What do we call this in ICT? What is this setup? We've done a video on it. You should, if you haven't seen the video, you should see the video. And you should like the video as well. As well as you should like this video as well. We're only at 30 likes. Come on, we can do better than that. Good morning, Richard. Afternoon for you. Who can tell me if we break higher and find this? What is it? This is where how ICT can get very confusing, right? We're breaking lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Jan is talking about higher highs. Wait, but I can see a break below this low, taking liquidity above, and then a structure is breaking lower, filling fair value gaps. That looks really nice for a downside. Hey, Lily got it. The breaker. We've got a low, intermediate high, a lower low to take liquidity. For this to be a breaker, what needs to happen? This price needs to go here and then find this low and then continuation up. That's the only way this is a confirmed breaker. Now, because this low here is very shallow, we might see something different happening. This might not be the breaker low, right? Because it's very shallow. I think you understand what I mean by shallow. The price hasn't gone too far down. So normally you would see something like that to there. That would be a very clear breaker. So this is not, it's kind of like consolidating at the moment. We're gonna see, maybe Silver Bullet gives it to us. Maybe Silver Bullet does that. We'll see. Maybe I'll give back all my profits of $50, which I have currently, to prove another greedy day and not taking 20 pips. Let's see. This account is my greedy account. I'm changing things. Hello, Rafa. Hello, Zanis. Change of character, says Tiffanem. Change of character would be, I guess, yeah, change of character is very similar. You have, but the change of character is more the characteristic of what happens here. So this is a move upwards. The change of character is here, creating lower lows, filling those fair value gaps and making a move downwards. That's when the characteristics of the price action has changed from a bullish to a bearish sentiment. Now, there is a bit of a outwards fan happening right now, and you can see that here. Price is going higher, but also creating lower lows. So it's fanning out, which means volume is increasing, but price is contained within those areas of the price. So there's going to be a burst soon. Burst either direction, hopefully towards our side that we want. Continuation from the other days. DXY, thank you for reminding me. God, what am I doing without looking at the DXY? What am I doing? Nice. Broke out of consolidation, so that might be the break that we're going to be looking here downwards. We'll see. Taking out liquidity now of London. This will be a very interesting area to see, is this a liquidity grab? If it is the liquidity grab, is it delivering price lower then to continue this drop here? But if not, since we had good news for the dollar, that might be actually the news that are coming in from the news that we had yesterday, this morning. And then we've got the midnight open there. I want to add the correct midnight open. So we've got, what price is that? Open 103.584. 584. Let's zoom in a bit. 584. That's cool. Midnight open. What did we do during the London session? We took out the Asian high and then delivered another beautiful price down and found the lows of 102. Okay, went to 102. So this is the reaction of hitting a new digit on the USD. So price is going up, consolidated, broke lower, took liquidity, filled up these fair value gaps. Now is into that. This is a key zone. This is a key zone now to see if we break this area. Are we going higher, or are we? Is it another continuation on these red days that we've had? Surprisingly, for a while, we're currently in premium price. Let me just hide that for a second. We're in premium price here. And starting to push into this fair value gap here. So it will be interesting to see what price wants to do today. Let's add that boy. And we need to change this to retracement. And the reason is because we want to add the equilibrium. Equilibrium's in. Price is at the previous daily high as we speak. We're just trying to break higher. We've got a nice fair value gap at the previous daily high, so this could play a nice little area of resistance if you want. Not resistance as in support and resistance, but as in the algorithms rebalancing this move. This is a fair value gap obviously on a daily, right? So we've got this move that started from the top here all the way down, and that was the rejection. So what will be interesting is to see, then we had a push higher, so we can take that bib. Why am I using that high on the day? Because we had a push down and even pushed lower, and then we had a big push out to spike up, take liquidity above these areas. A fail to hit the 104.4, and then price delivered down. So we can see now we're in that golden zone of that Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low. So this will be very interesting to see at what level, let me just put that back in, the 61A is in the middle, pretty much the middle of the fair value gap. So at what level is this arena going to be either selling off, or if you look at the bigger picture of the dollar index, is this a push higher? Is this just a breather from all these profits? These are questions we need to answer. Look at liquidity, where liquidity is. Obviously buy side liquidity above here, 105s. Next target, we've got big fib retracement on above the 105s. This is almost a rejection of creating a lower low. We didn't take the, did we take the lows? Very shallow again, took the lows on this DXY. Interesting stuff because we've got NFP coming up on Friday as well. So that's going to be extremely volatile. How's our trade doing? Let's see. Now we've been distracted with the DXY. We're still holding. Look at that fan playing out. It's going to come up here now. Is dollar showing a bullish breaker on the daily? Ooh. Liddy coming always there with the lingo. Is it going on a daily? Like, good question. Good question. I have traded the breaker as an entry system, as in like, could you use it for a bias system? Could you say that you got this low here, you got this high here, now we've broken below the lows, could this be the break above the highs to go higher? The only if you're a swing trader, you could wait for that. This is the pound dollar, am I? You're not talking about that. I'm talking about the dollar index. Now, is this a breaker? No clear swing here. You see, that's just the upwards move. Now, what's interesting though, that we didn't add in to see, is the absolute low and high of this move here. We have closed below the 23, which is quite nice because that gives us unless we break the highs here, it gives us a good indication that this price can be pushing down to the 50s, which is also a fib retracement. So that would be useful if that happened. Wait, is there music? Because I can't hear any music. Is there music playing now? Let me see. I need to see on the stream. It gives us a good indication that this price can be pushing up. All right, we've got music. I don't have music. I hate not having music. For some reason, OBS, every time you unplug your headset, it just doesn't pick up again. It thinks that that's it. You're not needing the music. So it's like, it's super annoying because I can't hear now. What is going on with my music? Unfortunately. Costadino, what are you saying, Costadino? I can see same is in capitals, so it's very easy to find. Market profiles ICT. Ben A, you're very aggressive. Wait, where are you taking TP? You're very brave trading a fade, such an aggressive dump. You think this is a dump? Are we seeing the same price action? If anything, I see an expansive bullish price action here on the 3-day candle. And this is just the reverb. of when you push something, you're always going to get some pushback because you're profit taking, they're rebalancing. So depend what trader you are. If you're a super tight scalper, then I would say you could see this as a dump. And if you go down to the sort of like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 1 minute, you might see this as a dump. But for me, I am still bullish on this position. Now TP, do I think we're going to break the highs of the Asian range? Do I think we're going to do something like this before NFP? I don't think so. I think price is going to do a little bit of... By the way, it's the last day of August, isn't it? Yeah. So I think it's going to be like average, looking around these areas here. I don't think it's going to have a break of the high or the low. Could be right, wrong, obviously, before the NFP event. So yeah, we'll see what we do with this. I think I'm going to take 20 pips if it hits 20 pips, which would be roughly around there. Something like that. I do think we can potentially create that breaker that we were talking about. So we'll see. That's the only downside. Downsizing your lot size, it's great from a risk perspective, but it's not as big as profits as you would be taking if you had a bigger lot size, obviously. Because I didn't wait. What was he saying? Target 126,270 is his target. 6. So you're bearish? High of the week on Wednesday, Thursday, reversal short. Is dollar showing bullish? Leading down, holding. Will I make a video on the Vanguards? The Vanguards, you can ask me anything you want on Wednesday on repositioning, and I will answer your questions and show you videos. I prefer, how can I explain this? Repositioning, like I repositioned once on this trade. That one there, $9. Which was at 126,712. So where we're trading now, I repositioned from here to here. Like I've said on to the guys as well in the Discord, is that repositioning is not the same on a daily basis. So I can show you a version of repositioning and explain it, but that doesn't mean you can take it and use it in the next day, because it might be needing to reposition in a different manner. So I am still putting my head around how would I explain that to my son, for instance. Now, one day my son comes up and says, "Dad, I want to trade like you, I want to do repositioning." How would I explain it to him? And it would be, I think it's very hard to explain the adaptation that happens, the adaptations that happen from day to day, depending on the market conditions, depending on the lot size, depending on the risk tolerance. There's a lot of factors, don't throw the lights. There's a lot of factors that come into play when it's down to making sure the account can be repositioned in a safe manner, but also make enough money. I think I understand it well, not sure why I feel I want a video. Sometimes we just need information. Have you noticed that sometimes that you go and buy courses and you do courses just for doing courses because you feel you need more information, you need to learn more stuff? That's why courses work. I am sure if I put a course, even a basic course, out there saying I'm going to explain how I look at the markets in detail, and I did like a mini course or 12 lessons or whatever and charged it for $200, $300, it would be super successful, because people have a need to learn, and it's almost like shying away from that what you know now is enough. Because if what you know now is enough, then why are you not making profits? So that question is quite difficult to answer if you are being self-critical to yourself. But then what happens is you're like, maybe this course helps me a bit more to convince myself that I'm doing the right things. And then you buy that course. That's right, Pop. I don't think with all the videos that we've shared, like repositioning is quite a simple way of trading. Basically, you're trying to always get a better price, but there is a point where you want to obviously let the runners run, and that decision obviously is very subjective to when. Let's say I repositioned this trade here from the highs of, let's say, here. So let's say I entered here, it didn't give me the price, came back down and repositioned here, consolidated, repositioned a third position here, came back and closed my original and the second, and now I'm left with this trade. I can tell you a million more trades that could have happened in that scenario. Let's say I repositioned, let's say I started trading here. I found this as my entry and I repositioned here, closed that one, repositioned this one. So you can see that it's all so different to when and how you trade it. It's down to the volatility of the day. We're in August, so if you've noticed, I don't reposition these moves because that would be ludicrous. Because we're in August, and August is quite, well, I'm finding out that it's quite hard to, the normal setups that work, like, you know, the, what was it, 7 months of green days. There's a reason that happens from January until, what was it, in the summer period. Is because price behaves better because people back at working in that's when they review all the algorithmic trading. So they will change the algorithms. They will start pushing more risk so they can make more money, which means more manipulation. More manipulation means more obvious moves and liquidity draws. If you can find the obvious moves and liquidity draws, then it makes our life easier to seek where we're going to be looking for that liquidity. Now, we are 6 minutes in the silver bullet, and this is hunting liquidity below here. We can see that. So the question is, let's go on the 5 minute. That's where it started. So we're going to see where the fair value gap forms. Obviously, we've got buy side liquidity above here, which is the New York kill zone high. We've got sell side at the equal lows, pretty much where our entry was, which is the absolute fair value price. So if I relabel that into sell side, relabel that into buy side, price, how far are we from that? It's not a lot. That's good. This liquidity draw looks good. But are we going to take the lows before we take the highs? We will see. We will see. So this is the hardest month of the year to trade. August, I've only traded with a funded account 1 August. So this was my first experience of August trading, and I found it hard. I found August hard. So I don't know if the historical, we would have to do some back testing. If August is hard, the fact that Michael also says it's hard gives me a bit of, the self-fulfilling prophecy. If we all say that it's hard, it's hard. That can be bad as well, because it might be good for trading. But however, we were looking at the London kill zones and the how price. It didn't happen today. It didn't take the high. Like today was a bit trickier for the London session, for instance, because we didn't break the highs of the Asian range. We came back into the midnight open, and then we started delivering price. So that would be a bit difficult because you had a fair value gap there on that move. So you could be getting caught in this. That was a bit tricky to trade today. But previously, taking the lows here of the Asian, push higher. Taking the highs of the Asian, push lower. It was quite clean. The highs take lower. It's quite good trading, at least for the last 2 weeks. Why would I only trade 0.25 on this account? Is because it's a 10,000 account, but I've only got $1,000 that will take the account away. So it's a 1,000 account, and I need to make $1,000, and they will give me 20,000. So there's no rush in this. We need to make it better. We did start trading bigger on this last, Friday. We were $200 up, and we lost it all because we were trying to be cleverer than the market and try and fast track the process, which it was a good eye-opener for me because everything that I've done to get funded has always been slow. So why did I think that this will be different? It was a good lesson for me to stick with what works. We talked about August. How are we doing on the likes? 52 likes. We could do better than that. We're even going to go into red colors now on the drawdown. So that's normally a good thing for views. When you're in the red, it's good. When you're in the blue, everyone is either feeling left out of not being involved in the trade, or they're like, I'll short it. We're taking the lows now. What's our plan? Are we continuing to previous daily low? Are we going to hit back into the 126 level? I would be surprised if this move here doesn't get people excited to be involved in a long opportunity. However, we'll see. Now is a three wick candle exactly on the fair value gap there. 3 touches. The Fibers challenge, it took me 3 to 4 months, I think. I did a challenge per month. It took me 1 month to pass each challenge. Go Yanis, I love your style for trading. To have your patience is crazy. Yeah, patience is something that gets forced into you with failure. That's what happens. You think you can rule the world. You go fast and aggressive, and you see these posts where they're like, "I passed the challenge within 2 hours." But that's not trading. Like, even if you pass the challenge, it's just a gamble. It's taught you nothing. It's very easy to buy a funded account. Just go and buy the one I got. That's a funded account. You'll be a funded trader. Will you make money out of it? That's where the tricky part comes. Is because, let's say, for example, we were in $200 in profit in this. Another 200, that would have paid the instant fund, right? So if you're doing it to be to say like, I've got a funded account and I've made some profits, here's my proof, you can very easily do that. You don't need to do all the challenges. But if you want this account to be an account that's going to pay you for life, it's going to be your funded account, it's going to be your job, then you need to treat it like it's going to be your actual account. Because trading with 2-3 lots on this, with my style of repositioning, is ludicrous. It's ludicrous because it's oversized, over-risked, and it's proven in the past. Remember when we did the copy on the bootcamp? It blows up. So you have to be patient to be able to be a consistent trader, to be doing this for a living. It takes time. Like all things in life that matter, take time, and it takes like the good whiskey, it needs to mature. You can't fast track that process. Same with wine. Try and make a wine fast, God, it'll be vinegar. It's the same with trading. You need to brew your skills, and then you also need to brew your profits. What do you think to TJR trades? TJR? What's that? Oh, let's try and think. TJR. Not sure, Alex. But I have a question. Prop firm will stay forever. Look, big prop firms like FTMO, FIRES, I think they will, because they're making so much profit. They're not making profit out of people trading well. They're making profit out of a lot of people not trading well, because obviously every account, when you open an account and you hit that drawdown and they take your account back, they've lost nothing. They've made the money that you've put in to secure that drawdown. So technically they're just making tons and tons of money from people failing prop firms. Now, when you do make it and you're a good trader and you return quite good money, then they are making money from you. But that's definitely not the strategy. They're not out to hunt for the good traders to make a lot of money. They're hunting for people who think they're good traders, fail the prop firm, and they go back and do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Then they get funded. They pass maybe 1, 2 stages, then they blow up, and happy days. They've made 2-3 grand out of each individual. Multiply that by 30,000 people. That's a very lucrative business. So is prop firm, was the question, is it going to be forever? I think it will be, because prop firm, the good side about prop firm is, let's say you have $500 and you want to trade $500. It's quite hard. If I threw it on AG, I wouldn't be able to open a lot of positions, right? What a prop firm allows you to do is to become a bit more leveraged, so you can open positions better. And I'm not talking about going crazy and opening 5, 6 lots. I'm talking about, even with my 025 now, if I want to reposition this up to 6, 7, 8 times, I can, because I have the leverage to do. But if I tried to do that on a 500 account, or let's say 1,000, which is the drawdown, I wouldn't be able to open that. So it gives you that freedom to be able to trade a little bit more. It also, instead of having like $500, you have $1,000. Don't worry that it says 10K there, because we're going to focus on the drawdown. So they've given me a drawdown of $1,000 to make 1,000. So it's pretty one-to-one. So you need to treat it really small in order to bring the edge towards you. So as soon as we're hitting profits, and that suddenly the drawdown becomes bigger, even though this smart drawdown, we need to see how it works, because it works with the fivers up to the point where they hit the 3% daily drawdown, which means every time I'm leaving money into the account, I'm leaving security in there. I'm making it safer for me to reach next stage. However, with the 3% drawdown, that might change. So you would always have a 7,000 to 8,000 drawdown limit, and that's on a 275 account, 275,000. So repositioning, whoever's doing repositioning with that limit, I think it's tight. That's why, if for my personal, like, I'm thinking of my son and making money for this for a living, and making sure we make enough money that we want to fly business class and do all the things we want to do. This month has been a good example of a few things. One, that prop firms can change, and they can change the rules because it's their money. They can do whatever they want. And when you sign and you say, that I'm willing to trade your money to split profit, but obviously it's the prop firm's money and they can do whatever they want with their capital. Their strategy should be, and this has been very, very clear to me in the last 2-3 weeks, is to trade prop firm until you make enough profits to make your own account. And that main account, you could copy it into a prop firm with a lot smaller risk. So whatever the prop firm does, it doesn't never hit those daily drawdowns, but your main account, you can trade it as much as you want. Trade it with repositioning of 10 to 12% drawdowns if you need to. So that will be my strategy. Well, that's going to be my strategy now, is focusing on making the next ones. What prop firm are you trading? So I've got 3 at the moment. So the Fivers is my main account. It's a funded account since it's a year now. I've returned 26,000 on it. Profit taking. And this, I started a TFT prop firm challenge, the standard challenge, which we need to make 10,000. So 10% of that. I think we're currently, what did we do last week? So we're up $677. So we need another $9,200 to pass the first stage. And then they give you another 5. I need to return another 5% before they actually give me the funded account. So that's going well. This one is the instant fund that we're looking to push for $1,000. So 10% of this, and then that will get doubled. And those are the 2. And obviously my Fivers account, which is the normal account. I think the repositioning tactic is exactly the answer of which fair value gap do I choose, since you basically open another position if the first one failed. Yeah, so to be honest with ourselves, the risk with repositioning is down to size. That's all it is. If I go in here with a 1 lot here, that has not repositioned. So now I would be in drawdown for all this price. But if I was a smaller positioned and I repositioned here and I repositioned here, suddenly I've repositioned 2 of my positions. So I would be quite comfortable sitting, even if the price is here and I had an entry here, I would still, with the profits that I've made of repositioning, I would have 1 trade here, 1 trade here. So yes, it would feel a little bit uncomfortable, but there would be a lot of room if the price comes lower to be able to manage that trade. So that's why it's a bit tricky. It's not as easy to say, do I take this fair value gap here, reposition here, reposition here? Okay, you could do that. You could do your own way of repositioning and use fair value gap and say, I'm going to reposition in the fair value gap if price goes up. But if it breaks the highs, I'm out. That could be a nice way to, but you would be hitting quite often 2 or 3 positions stop loss, because there's a lot of times that it fills up the fair value gap and just pops it above and then continues lower. So you don't want to be that liquidity draw. I find that trading prop firms actually helps me with their strict rules. When I trade personal funds, I have the freedom to do whatever I want, which is double-edged sword. That's key, Flippin' Fox. That is key. And let's be quite critical with ourselves here. I would be more concerned about not being able to trade the way that you want to trade because there's no rules there. That would be my first alarm to say the prop firm is not there to police guard you. What they're police guarding is their profits and their accounts. So that's what they're worried about. You need to be in a position where you can do that for yourself, because no one else is going to do that. And eventually, if you're serious about this as becoming your full-time job, you need to be able to have that discussion with yourself and be critical with yourself and say, wait a minute, I can't trade my own funds because I can't trust myself with my own funds. That's not a good place to be. So that's where you need to focus the most attention on, is to become a better trader. You need to be a risk. We were talking about yesterday about labels. Are you a scalper or what are you? I think what day traders and swing traders should be position managers. That should be your role. So I've got this position now. I could have closed it for $49. Now it's come back to $6. This is a decision I make. Do I close this now and pay, it would be like $1 or something to open this. Do I close it and wait? Or do I reposition it? Because I think that this is a nice entry and I think it's going to go up there. This is all decisions you make, not the prop firm. In the same manner that you're making decisions for your trade, you need to be able to manage your funds, because that's what's going to pay you eventually. It's not going to be a good entry now and a bad entry tomorrow. Eventually, all these trades are going to catch up. And if you are not trustworthy with your own funds, then that's going to hit you hard. And then you're going to be like, this is not for me. And 3-4 years of hard work will just go down into the bin, because you are not working on the right things that you should be working. And the right things to be working on is, what is the reason that you wouldn't be trusting yourself with your own funds? That's what needs to be answered first, before any technicals, before anything. What are the psychological characteristics that you need to have to be able to manage a fund? So we're back into that level. Silver bullet is 27 minutes in, so half an hour. Normally around this time we do get some volatility in here, so we'll see what happens. He has failed to take the low again. have to work on my psychology a lot. I still start gambling when I have a winning streak or losing streak. Well, that was a discussion we had yesterday. Let me just open the Discord. I was awake at 3 a.m. this morning, which was like let me see. So there was a person. This is our Discord. 3 a.m. for me, I saw this. Hey guys, I hope you're having a good day. Recently identified common problems in trading that led me to blow up accounts after a series of wins and wrote them down. Some of them are rushing entries, exits, marrying to the bias, adding to a loser in order to cover the loss. These things, guys, are what you hear it all the time. And now the flipping fox said, when I'm on a winning streak or a losing streak, I start gambling, changing these mindsets and so on. So this is, and let me copy this, by the way, the Discord link. So I replied to, what's his name? Omar. Saying, let me just post that there. That if you think that's you, in terms of like you're the only person in the world who's struggling with this, you'll be kidding yourself. That's like 99% of traders. Sent you a DM regarding Discord. I can't get back into the server. Mike, if you click on the link, did you do the questions? Did you answer the questions? If you answer the questions, then you get, it opens up. Most of the problems that people have with the Discord is because they don't go through the right process of entering the Discord. So you don't see anything on the Discord. You see approval process, which explains what happens. You see approval form, which you click on this approval form here. It will take you onto a form. You will answer 4 questions. When you answer and submit that questions, it will open up rules. Then you go to rules, click on the button here, and then that will get you in. And as you can see on some members here, like, there you go, Mike Burton, that must be you. So what you need to do, you haven't done the questionnaire yet. So you need to go to approval form and apply this. When you write apply into this, you will get access to rules. Click on the tick and that will open your guild-hode access, which is the Forex charts where we were talking about that stuff earlier. You won't get access obviously to the Vanguard because that's the upgrade, which is $19.99 per month, and that would give you 4 meetings with me live to live on Zoom, where you can ask questions, and I do some presentations on their psychology and NLP. We've done, most recently was on auto-suggestion, how things influence our mind and trades, and they're a great group. Like, you can see all the Vanguards in orange, and you can see a couple of them jump into the free version and they chat charts, like here Viceroy. Marcel is red because he's a moderator. Who else is in here? I've seen Russell, Dan is rich. All these guys are in the Vanguard, so we know them well, but they do jump in the tavern and share their ideas and so on. And Martin also, who's in here as well. Can't complete form as I have submitted it already. Okay, let's do that for you. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. So after the live, Mike, I'll let me just do that whilst we wait for this trade to reposition. Let's go on to the 1 hour. So we're finding this level now, pushing lower. What's this? This is $131 behind this low here. So we're probably going to reposition $76.4. We're going to see where we're going to reposition this. So let's go here. So Mike Burton, you are now in, but do me a favor and go and click on the rules just to make sure that you've been admitted properly into our Discord server. Sell side liquidity is taken out, so that was not the breaker. It didn't evolve into the breaker. So now this swing low is the new low, and this is the intermediate high at equilibrium, if that is bullish. Now, if this is a continuation down to find this previous daily low, which looks like it might be, then you would wait for confirmation of that move break, find the high, and continuation down. As you can see the swing high here. This would create the low. You would need to take out swing high to continue lower. Where is... Appreciate that. Let's see the world. I totally relate with that. The Pound Dollar, for instance, is the book that I read every day because I know what's happened. Like I won't change anything on the chart now. I can see the chart on what it's done since the 103s. So we hit the 103s, we pushed up, we consolidated it. It did have that big retest down, which we're all thinking is like, is this going to be the start of the new lows? And it failed, and liquidity was built up above those. If you remember that M shape, which I'm going to show you now, it had that bearish setup, but we were all talking that the Pound Dollar has never been at this historical low. Then we had the push all the way above into the early stages of the summer, and the only time the Pound Dollar started to rechange and become bearish was in August, and we can see that if we go on to the months. That's the ultimate low, 103s, pushed up, and then on the dailies you will see from the ultimate lows we went into that M that I told you. We broke up into that liquidity even higher, and in July, August, this is the first time the Pound Dollar is showing interest to the downside again. So you need to know that. If you ask me, tell me the story of Euro Dollar, I've got no clue because I don't trade it. I can look at it and analyze it in terms of what's happening today. Could I potentially trade it? Yes. Do I have the knowledge of how low it can go and what it can do? No, because I don't trade it all the time. So that's why I say I read the book of the Pound Dollar and I know how to trade the Pound Dollar. And people get so frustrated when they're like, just do the same on the Aussie dollar, or do the same on the pound or the euro yen or the dollar yen. These are foreign languages to me. I trade the pair that I see every day because I knew that this movement here was excessive. Because I've seen it in the past. I knew this movement here is excessive, so there's gonna be some rebalancing. Go on to the NAS, this will just be a regular day, how the volatility. But if you know the pair, then you can adapt to how the pair is moving, and you can make decisions to create security around your trades and your balance accounts. Delete that. And why? The reason I'm trading pound dollar. Pound dollar is one of the majors that actually moves the most, right? So pound dollar up there with the dollar yen are probably the two pairs that they would move the most. The euro dollar is a bit smoother. It moves a little bit slower compared to this. But I was coming from an indice or trading the DAX. The DAX used to do it's crazy. So the only thing is that I'm stuck with the pound dollar now because I started trading it in London, in Notting Hill. And we went to Bali, and the time zone kind of allows it to be okay to trade because it's actually even better than here, obviously, and even better than in trading it in London because I don't have to wake up early. You can trade it at 2 p.m. So that's perfect. You can go, I'll wake up, I'll jump in the pool, I'll do like 15 lengths, 20 lengths or whatever I'm gonna do, make my coffee, play with my son. I would have done my affirmations, I would have done my my yoga or whatever I want to do, and then I'll be ready to trade. That's quite a different setup than waking up here and turning on the screens, trying to find a monitor because I don't have a monitor. And also, I'm going to have my amazing setup, my dream setup, a trading setup overlooking the ocean, which is mind-blowing. I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait. We're renting this house and it's currently empty. Well, our cat Phoenix is living there, and the people that are cleaning our house and taking care of the house. So yeah, won't be long. It's less than a month that we're going to be back in Bali. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting back in a bit of a routine. We've been in Greece, we've been in Boston, in New York. We've been to Washington DC, we've been in North Carolina. Yeah, it's just, we've been on the go non-stop. Get your head right. Yanis, visit Kenya. We'll definitely visit Africa because my wife is African, pretty much born there. She was born in, God, I'm going to get this wrong now, isn't it? Oh no, in Malindi. She lived in the bush for until she was 10 years old with her mum and dad. So Africa is something that I am really looking forward to doing, but I do need a break from traveling, man. We've traveled so much in the last couple of months, so I think we need a break. We need some Bali vibes. And our son needs Bali vibes, and he needs to go to find his friends in school. Why did you buy when it hasn't swept buy-side liquidity? My buy was earlier this morning. So my buy came from a 76 retracement into this. Just trying to find your clean fair value gap there. Fair value gap there. We had a retracement all the way back down into this area, and then I bought here. With repositioning, I don't have to be exact where I'm going to get in. I just know that we're in below equilibrium, so we're in discounted level from the previous daily high. Yes, we're not where we really want to be at the previous daily lows, but that is not a bad position for me to be involved into the trade. So that's my first entry, and then I'll add a second. If it sweeps all the way down to the previous daily low and doesn't give me any opportunity to reposition, then we're going to have to close it and we're going to have to reset. So we'll see. Is it not bearish until 126325? 26325. It can be. It is bearish now. Look, it's moving really bearish. I still think we are. The thing is, obviously, don't try and make trades out of what I'm saying. I want you to look at this as in like we're having a conversation as two people trading differently and taking different trades. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. So we've had this consolidation, these highs here. We took out the highs and now we're rebalancing at that level. So if price wants to go higher, this would be the area to rebalance to. So that's why I am still, we're going to get close now to a reposition, because I don't want this to, if it is going to be going down, I don't want it to go down enough that I can't reposition my first entry. So we'll see where we get into this. That's pretty much the retracement of 100% of that move there. Hmm. 5 minute. Look how messy this looked. Fanned out and then pushed down. I would have repositioned in a, if the pips were more, it's only 10 pip move from my position. I just don't want to be exposed within the initial stages of this push. So we'll see. And this here is a bit ugly as well. There's no clear swing for a liquidity draw. There's no fair value gaps. All price has been rebalanced. So this is we're a bit wary of what's happening right now, because yes, this might not take the low and push higher, but it's not giving me the confidence that this can't come down. That was the reason why I didn't reposition there. And even if it does reposition this, the risk was too high for me to reposition. And that would have repositioned really well, so that you could see why I was thinking about it. But I didn't put the position in, because, and that's very hard to explain, guys. This is where, if I did a video trying to explain what just happened now in my head and why I didn't reposition, risk-wise, it's quite hard to explain it. So let me do the new tool that who was it? I can't remember the name now. Showed me. So the price came down 10 pips, and that would have been 50 pips. If I repositioned there, I would have had to deal with $90 pip move. So it's very tight. At the position that I am now with this account, I would rather wait for bigger profits on a smaller lot size, rather oversize and look for the mini profit, especially in August now. September is going to be better, guys. It's only a few days ago after coming. Do you ever hold trades overnight? Yes, absolutely. Depending on if the prop firm allows it, but this prop firm allows it, and the other one, I've even made it that I can hold over the weekend. They've decreased my leverage from 100 to 110, but look at it. I don't need leverage to trade these accounts safely. So I do hold, yeah. It's difficult to take decisions like this, yes, because now we would be sitting 10 pips lower, and we could reposition easier, right? Because if this going down, and it's already had a push up to my reposition, now it's made it harder to have a second repush into that reposition. Is it true that August is the worst month of trading FX? I've only got experience of 1 year trading a funded account on FX as my sole income. And yes, I find it difficult. I'm going to be taking holidays next August, or I'm just going to be doing videos every day, creating videos and content. Or do what ICT does and just give commentary on what the pound dollar is doing rather than trading it for August. That would be a way to still feel engaged with the community and engaged with the pound dollar, but not actually putting risk into the account. Next Monday, I'm doing another fast, another 78-hour fast. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I agree, Rafa. Do all your profits before August. Everyone needs a holiday, so why not take it in August? Since everyone in the business takes it in August, do the same. And you don't have to deal with bad price action. You don't have to deal with overworking hard to find setups. For sure. I don't think you will see me trading August again. Like normal size. What benefits do you feel from fasting? I personally felt a lot of benefits when I did it last month. I have been eating really crappier and I haven't done any exercise. So we were discussing in the Vanguard about writing down the 20 things that myself, who's going to be a millionaire self, is going to be doing and behaving in the next year or up to the next year. So one of these things is this fast is going to give me a reset with all the crap I've put in since we landed in America, which was fun, but we need to refocus and get back onto being super fit human beings with want to have energy for my son, because he looks like he has a lot of energy and he needs his dad to be equaling that energy, equalizing. So that's one thing. The other thing is I always trade better when I'm fit. My mindset is better when I'm fit, and fasting just detoxes the crap out of your body. So it takes everything out. If you manage to hit 72 hours, you get into autophagy, which is basically a Greek word which means autophagia, and it means eating your own bad cells. So your body destroys, or it gets rid of all the cells that haven't been working well, all the cells that don't, or cancerous cells, or all things cells that your body doesn't need, and they've been too busy feeding on all the crap that we feed them. So yeah, huge benefits from it. And obviously you need to be advised if you can do that first. I am not a medical advisor on fasting, but for me personally, it does help. Having great sleep will focus drastically, which will improve your eyes in the market. Absolutely, as well. Sleep is one of those that you can't get away from sleep. You do kid yourself, and you're like, oh, I can get away with 4 hours, 5 hours sleep. I'm a machine. No, you can't. That's your conscious mind just lying to yourself, saying like, oh, of course you can. You're the strongest man in the world. You can sleep on 2 hours and you'll be fine. No, that's not how it works. Your brain needs to reset. It's like turning your laptop off. If you don't turn your laptop off, your PC off, and all the fans are working and the CPU is working hard and the RAM is working hard, you're going to burn that machine to death. So similarly with our body, sleep is a must. Like 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours, even more if you can. Do I get do you get hungry? Well, this is a mental game, right? Hungry lasts for the first day. Okay, you feel a bit uncomfortable. The second day, you feel hungry. The third day, something kicks in called ketosis. So it's when your body changes the way it produces energy. It starts looking for fats into your body, and it converts it into glucose, and that glucose then is used as energy. So you're basically eating your own fat when you have depleted the stores of glycogen in your muscles and stored in your liver. Your body tries to look for sources elsewhere. And what are human beings super efficient in doing is in putting on weight, in storing fat, in fat cells, into storage. So with ketosis, suddenly your body looks for those fat cells, melts them down, and changes them into glucose. And then you can use it as energy, and you'll find that after that first day, suddenly you've got energy, and you're like, what? How have I got energy from these ketones? Ketones are released in the body, and then you feel like amazing, and then you get a bit lethargic. It's up and downs, but if your will is strong and you know why you're doing it, that is also a good indicator for a trader. Can you do the hard things? Can you kill trades? Can you do proper risk management? Can you do fasting? These are things that is more of a mind game rather than the physical. Physical, you're going to survive, obviously. You don't need food in the next 72 hours. People go for months without food and they're fine. So it's all the mental game. Hi Joseph, welcome. You're in a good place, so don't worry. You're not going to receive any hatred in here. I'll answer that in a second. Let me just catch up with the rest. Matthew Walker wrote a great book about sleep. I lost 20 kilos in 2 months just by fasting, eating whatever I want. Muslim countries have the least cancer rates in the world. Interesting. ICT said he is actually insomniac. On average, he sleeps 4 hours, and a lot of times he doesn't sleep for days. Yeah, he needs to work on that. He really does, because, and that might be, not helping with his, when he has his outbursts. And I know he has something that is health-wise related to why he's having these outbursts on his videos, but sleep is something that is crucial to health. No one can deny that. 4 hours of sleep is not enough. It's not enough, full stop. Hungry for pips, says William. So for 3 days only water. Yesterday, what next? So it's 3 days of only water. Yeah, so no coffee. So I'm enjoying I've got till Monday. And I wanted to start yesterday, but my wife said we've got a birthday coming up on the weekend, so we need to do that, and her family are coming over to visit, so that is another area where we need to be a bit more social. So probably a bit of a party pooper if you're like, I'm on water today. I would have been arrested by the third day of fasting for hungry. When I fast, it's amazing how much energy I have and sharp my mind. You see, a lot of people do it, and it's just they don't brag about it like I am. It's a normal thing. It's a well-researched thing that does help. Joseph, so the one-to-one. So I don't look at this. It's not actually set in stone, these profits. This is just, well, I can see how much $100 is. It's just in there in case of like spikes and stuff. But my aim on this account is to make about $50 to $100. I do something that is called repositioning, Joseph, which is a pound average approach. So I scale into my trades. So I never wait to see if my stop loss is being hit, or I might be, if I've added another position, then I will have a monetary value. So today I don't want to lose more than $150. So if this gets to $150, I'll be closing this regardless of what I'm looking for profits. So I know it's a bit funny how if you're coming from a fixed risk reward ratio, so you're risking half to get 5, that doesn't really work for me, because every time I get hit on a tight stop, I find it hard to manage. That's why I've come up with the reposition. But if you are, I hope you've subscribed. Here's my pitch. I hope you've subscribed, and you'll see a lot of videos where I go through my trades, and especially on stop loss. You can also join on Discord. It's pinned somewhere on the top. It should be. I hope that clarified a little bit. I know it's hard to, when someone first comes onto the stream and they see these stop loss tech profits, or when they go onto my main account on the bootcamp and they don't see a stop loss, and they're like, you're an utter gambler. But when you know what I do, then you can understand how a bit of a wider stop works for me. Appreciate that, Joseph. I think that is the key. Like, everyone needs to identify what works for them, and try and make it their own and fine tune it. I've been fine tuning this now. I've had the funded account since a 275,000 account to be in a couple of weeks, hopefully. Which that account is the main account. And these ones now are the second account, which I'm actually putting real effort into making this double. So I'm taking this account serious. That's why you're seeing small lot sizes, because I'm taking it serious. I'm not trying to gamble my way through this. And this is a good opportunity for people who can't pass things to see this live. And tomorrow we're trading the TFT account, which that is an actual challenge. This is an instant fund. So you can see the process of how I'm passing challenges, hopefully, in real time. And you can see that it's nothing flashy, it's slow. Is the Fivers against you live trading with their account? Is the fivers against you live trading with their accounts? I don't understand that question. Are we trading anything else today? Are we trading anything else today? I don't know if you're trading anything else. You tell us, Tristan. I am trading the pound dollar. I'm in this position. Is SP not a must in fivers? I thought was one. Yes, if you're not funded, you need to have stop losses in. You get 5 you get 5 attempts to pass that. You said it's instant, so how are we gonna see you pass? Oh, so this is an instant fund. So for me to pass to the next level, because I want this account to become 1 million. That is the aim, to become 1.2, which is the max you can get. So every $1,000 I make, that's going to be doubling the account. So when we hit $1,000, I'm going to claim that as a pass and not fail. I'm not going to lose the account. So when that hits $1,000, they're going to give me 20,000. Now the TFT account, that's easier to see how you pass the challenge, because that is an 100K standard challenge. So we're $600 in profit, and for that to pass the 10% is to reach 10K on this. I'm generally not trying to be clever, Enzo. I want to show you guys how it can be done, and I had a lot of requests on bootcamp as well. So my Instagram account is, what is my Instagram account? I think it's Conscious Day Trader, but be careful because there's a few scams in there. Let me just find the actual one. It's my face, basically. I verified it, so it should be a verified account. Instagram. So, there it is. Conscious Day Trader. This is the account. Yeah, you can see Ragnar, and you can see my interview with Trading Nut and a lot of other things, some cool little shorts. I am going to be more active on this eventually when we get to Bali. Hopefully we can hit higher figures than 1,500 people, which is still kind of cool. There we go. Oh, I closed it. I should have put a link in. Can't seem to find it. Let me just copy a link. Okay, so there we go. Copy. You should see it now. So if we hit, I should have, like how price action is happening now, we should have taken those 20 pips and we could have re-entered again. Okay, not bad. I thought we're gonna be breaking higher earlier, but it hasn't happened yet. So the aim is to take, what have we done today? Let's see. Customize today. We've already done $60 in profit. Yes, I did take a trade at 3 a.m. this morning when I was up, and killed that for $61. So it would be nice to have $100 today. So I want this trade to, thinking of it, I should have just killed the 20 pips would have been 50, it would have been $110. It would have been a good day. You will stream every day? Yes, I will try to. Apart from Wednesdays, the stream is going to be 2 hours instead of 3 hours because of the Vanguard, which is I do in the Discord. If you upgrade to the Vanguard, which is a $19 per month, you get four meetings per month, Zoom call meetings. Let me show you. So this is how the Discord has been set up. So you've got the Vanguard, which is the paid, so you won't see that. Monthly book club comes with the paid. The weekly Q&A comes with the paid. So all that stuff is for the paid. What you will see on the free version is info, which you can upgrade to the paid version by clicking here. Or you can just chill out in the free version, and in here you can see all the people sharing their ideas and stuff around trading. So you get Guildhall, but Vanguard is a paid membership. With all the beautiful people that we have come to get to know. Now I need to move this. Come on, pound dollar, you wanna break higher? Went opposite trend and lost 7k today. Ouch. Ouch, that is tough. Pikachu's back. Hello, Pikachu. I thought you said you are not selling anything. What happened there, buddy? We are in a long position. Do you mean this morning? This morning, I did sell. I can sell and buy. Every day is different. So just followed, appreciate that. Get your head right. I am sorry, Zord, about the 7k loss today. Let's see. I would like to know, Pikachu. I'm intrigued. I don't think he'll be willing to discuss, but because he wants to, stir pots. But if you're up for discussing, I would love to know more about you. We're here to support each other. So if you're in for some discussions, the floor is open. Let's see what happens. How are we doing here? What's on the dollar index picture? Okay, we took previous daily high and we pushed back down into midnight open, closed exactly on midnight open. And now there's a little bit of a push higher to see. We also touched that fair value gap there, that big one on the daily. So we'll see how price reacts here. Is it going to hold above midnight open, or is it going to sell off, which will be nice for the pound dollar? As we can see, we're pushing higher. You never know, Amir. Like I always give a chance to everyone, because I can understand when someone has when someone is speaking from a nervous system. That's how I can explain it. When someone comes in and says, this is this, this is that, oh, here we go again, that, this is that, this is you, this is me. That conversation is not coming from a content nervous system. It's not coming from a place of balance. So my questions to this sort of behavior is, what is that reaction coming from? Is it a reaction from not being able to figure things out and everything in the world must be wrong? Is it coming from other things outside trading? Not happy with life situations, so everyone else's life situation must be worse than mine, so then I can feel good. So we always have time. Obviously, you can give time to someone who actually wants to improve or wants to listen. You can't just throw advice and just jump onto people when actually they're not there for that reason. So here's your answer, guys. You all thought that I banned him. I haven't banned him. He can freely come into the chat room. But Kai's top 10, 5 as well. We don't react to that conversation. We're not trying to prove anything. Pikachu, guys, sign up for the $20 membership. All the secret sauce is there. You can buy a Lambo then. Sheeps. You think that I'm going to be rich from a $20 for... I do 1.5 hours, sometimes more than an hour, every Wednesday Q&A. You're right. I think if this goes on, we're going to have to ban him. I have given him enough opportunity. We do have 4 Lambos though, Yanis. I know. That's the thing. We're going to be riding the Lambos from the $20 mentorship. No, I'm super proud. I'm super proud of the guys in the group. I never actually... Marcel, who came up with the idea of doing, which is unfortunate because you don't have Marcel in here because he's working now. He normally does he's able to trade in the mornings. I'm actually really, really happy you came up with the idea, because it's becoming a really nice community of nice people, and I never thought it would be that, to be honest. I thought it would be what Pikachu is going to, as in like show me all your technical analysis and show me all the ways to get in and out. So yeah, we can't help it, can we? We can't please everyone. There's always going to be a few people that think yours, but think about why. No trader would buy somewhat from newbies and pretend they are teaching them out of goodness. Yeah. All right, Pikachu, I think this was your last sort of attempt, and I'm gonna ban it because I think you're here for the wrong reasons, and you think I'm scamming everyone by being super clear. We even did a live on how much this should be, and people were saying you should do that for like $40-50, and I was like, no, I want to do it for like pretty much nothing. Like if you can't afford a $19 for a 4-hour catch-up meeting every week, I mean, my Netflix, Amazon, Disney, I have them all. I pay like $60-70 just for entertainment. NBA pass. Yeah. So you think that I make money from the member, that's how I'm getting paid? Is that what you think? But I've proven to extract money from the markets, from prop firms. That's all I do. I don't have another job. I trade Forex for the funds, and I make money proven with the statements. But I'm not going to sit here and try and prove anything that is already proven out there. You can go and Google it. But to protect you guys, because I'm a huge marketeer, I will ban Pikachu, because I think he's not good for the community. I have given him enough opportunities. What job do you do, Pikachu? I agree, Martin. I agree. Decision made. Let's just block him. I've never done this before. What is it? I guess it's... Good morning. Okay, he's gone. I generally didn't want to ban him. I don't like banning people. I think it's the wrong $20 membership. Remember that. This is why we need Marcel. Marcel would have kicked him way before me, but unfortunately Marcel is working now, so he managed to stay on for another live. I agree. I just generally, when someone gives you a bit of room to kind of like talk it out, but someone just coming on and just saying, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, and basically I just don't understand closed-mindedness on. I can understand why he might have been hurt. He might have paid a membership for like, I don't know, $200-$300, and they were a scam, or it doesn't mean that the whole world is a scam. I agree. That's my fault, Andy. I did give him a bit of too much attention. But the thing is, it distracts us from the trade because this trade is moving very slow. We're in the green. We want it to go to. We're currently sitting on 10 pips, roughly 10 pips, close to 10 pips. I agree, TB. I did have someone, I don't know how he found my number. Someone texted me and said he lost money because someone was saying on Telegram that I received money a trade for it. And I really felt really bad for the guy because I think he was genuine, like he got caught out by a scammer. But what can you do when you're out here, lives? We've got 200 people in here. These can be 200 people different than yesterday. It's 2,000 views per 3 hours. So that's a lot of people. You're going to get some people that obviously have never seen me and they think I'm a scam. I'm not sure, but I think ICT said that in NFP week we stopped trading Wednesday on AM session. Yeah, he might be right. That's the thing with ICT. I've only done the 22 mentorship, and this August has been a bit of an experiment for me because it's one thing saying I'm not going to trade August because everyone says not to trade it, and there's another thing trading August, feeling August and seeing like things that normally work are not working very well. So now I've had that experience, I can make my own decision and say, actually, I don't want to be involved in August in this price action. And you can see like it's not providing 10 pips there, 10 pips there, 10 pips there. There's no like clean setups. The only clean setups that came, and it was the easy trading, was the news. That was pretty easy trade where we sold off after the big news up. But I agree, if ICT says that as well, that's an extra thing to consider. I'm just laughing at some of your comments. London was super, but my bias was opposite. So you were long, I guess. I don't think the bias is quite interesting because if you were longed up here, then okay, that would have been a bit tricky because we already had pushed into that level, so you knew there was an opportunity for price to retrace. But there has been bullish momentum after the news, and this is the reaction to it. So we'll see. It's almost kind of things are leveling out for NFB. NFB is going to be big. This is going to be big because it's the first. We're going into September as well, which is always volatile. Well, from my previous, I've done 1 September and it was good. I'm taking next August off. I think so too, Martin. I think I should plan it that we travel in August. back to Greece or something for holidays and just chill out. Andy has a valid point. I thought we banned him. Why are we still trying him? You do have a point. Volume is gone today, I guess. Can you look at my trade on... let me see what we're doing. $28. I don't want to mess up the trade, but let's have a look on the Discord like you're saying. Why not? Let's go onto my scummy server. I'm still trolling him, who was the chat? Let's see. K, is it H your name in Discord? We don't normally do this, but we're going to have to wait a little bit for this price action. DXY has been a green month for the last 6 years. Really? Wow. I want to see that. Some performance analysis there from Rich. So August has always been a green month in the last 6 years. Really? Oh, in September. Okay, in September. So you think the last 6 years have been green in September? That's useful info. That's red there, 2016. I mean, you did say 6. I'm just teasing you. That is interesting. However, look at this, right? Some Septembers have been completely dojied. Pin reactions, not big candles, right? A convincing big candle. This is a big candle here. It will be interesting to see if September is going to be that bullishness back into this fair value cap, which means shorting the pound dollar. Can we see a retest of the pound dollar? We've got this big sell side down here. Yeah, you can't argue with data. How long have we been living in Bali? We've been living in Bali, bought a house and stuff since May. No, was it earlier? It was a bit earlier. So we're looking forward to going back to that. I mean, what was the silver bullet trade? What was the silver bullet trade? It was very, very low volume today. This was the silver bullet trade, but again, it's 20 pip move, 24 pip move. Very hard to pick this. That's the fair value gap there in the exactly 15 pips. Coming back into our entry. I was in Greece this week. Really, really nice country, but very, very hot. Yes, Victorious, it was historic hot for Greece. So it's never been like a 47, 40 degrees, 45 degrees. Yeah, I'm not used to that. It was too hot for me as well. This month I'm up 6k, Zord. That's good. That's better than my month. Oh, sorry. Of August. You could have shorted in the last swing high. Nothing's changed in my setup. I've just seen this push here, filling the fair value gap, and we're just holding that price now. So nothing's changed for me. We're probably going to be looking for that, something like that. Come on, Dean, we don't need to keep on talking about Pikachu. It's the same energy that we don't want. What is the income tax in Bali? Trying to get me in trouble here, Alex. So we are on an investment visa. Which is tax-free for 5 years, I believe. Let me just check that before I say something wrong. Investor, no, it's a B. Did I say that wrong? Visa in Bali. B211A visa. No. Bali is one of the countries that you can get really good tax-free years. Visa. Yeah, so we have for up to 5 years tax-free. Trying to find the name now. We did it through an agency. I think it's called B211A. I think it's a couple of grand. Rich, I'm on the next flight. Yeah, that's one of the other reasons that a lot of people come to Bali, because it's tax haven. And after that, when that finishes and you become like established or you open a business there, the business tax is so small. Like it never exceeds, like on all profits, like 9% or something. So it's crazy. Why do we want to live in Asia? We love Asia. Asia is awesome. It's got good weather all year round. Heat, we do like the heat. But yeah, we really like Asia. When one liquidity gets swept, it goes... I missed it. Where is it? That's right, it goes even down. Don't know what to look for. Can help me. That's where bigger picture plays a role. So if we turn this to a 1 hour, would you want to be shorting this? You might be like, yeah, because I want to tackle these lows here. Or do you want to be longing this because this fair value gap now has been filled? If you go even bigger picture, 4 hour, you might be like, wow, that was a very bullish, and now we're retracing, just repricing to go higher. If you go on the daily, this has been pushing down and it's found this area now where it's consolidating. If it breaks lower than this, then the story changes for the pound dollar. But as of now, I am still not convinced that we're breaking below 1, 2, 5 twos, like the area that we retested basically to get into these areas, 2 3s, 2 2s. Obviously I'm not God, that might happen. My bias at the moment is continuation of this move here on the bullish news from the news yesterday. What about rent in Bali? Depends what rent do you pay now? Because my rent was very expensive in London. I used to pay like £2,500 per month for the house we had there. So now I'm paying pretty much similar, but I have a huge house with a pool, with concierge service, cleaning service. So it's more what you get, and it's on the beach. It's what you get with your money in Bali compared to like Europe. Turning mundane conversations into a sport. Dean is a little bit of a... Are you a rapper? You sound like a rapper, Dean. Makes Bali even more tempting. My friend runs that practice out there trying to radiate rabies. Wow, really? I thought rabies doesn't exist now in Bali, or are there still cases? Yeah, Bali's awesome, Martin. You should consider it. I would like a fellow Vanguard over there. That would be great. And they have good gymnastics teams and all the good stuff with their schools. Don't worry, I've checked it. I used to be semi-professional basketball player back in the Haven days, and basketball and tennis is the two things that I'm going to be. That's the two things that I'm good at. So that's the two things that I'm going to be showing to my son. And if he likes them, there's some good setups in Bali where he can get good education around that stuff as well, and obviously schools and all that. You stay there with probably poet. Dean is a poet. What is your analysis? Monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. We kind of just did that. We just looked at the bigger picture. That sounds like an AI thing. Oh yeah, maybe he threw some words in the AI, and now it's, who knows, he might be a real poet. Have you heard of Nepal? Of course we've heard of Nepal. Price is back. So this has been 10 pips up, back to price. 10 pips up, back to price. So we could have bounced that 3-4 times and we'd have got the same money. But obviously that's not how we trade, and that's why we shouldn't be trading August, because look at that. It's been bouncing price from 1265 to 1267. 1265, 1267. That's what's been happening in the last hour. Yeah, I know. With the property, you have to be super careful in Bali, especially now, because there's been a huge influx of people who want to work in Bali with this visa, and there is the super overpriced houses, and we probably paid a little bit more than we should for this house, but it is my dream house. It's like huge. It's perfect. So I don't mind paying the money I'm paying for the. We bought it as a leased it for 2 years, and then we might look into getting something different, or if we want to continue with this house, we'll see. What is the tourist status in Bali? The good news is that we're going back in raining season, so it will be quite quiet, I'm hoping, even though Bali has become very saturated at the moment. So it's there's a lot of tourism all year round, but it's big. Bali historically started like with the classic. It used to be this classic hotel place where you would go, all inclusive, that sort of thing. You got from the airport coming west, you have like Kuta, all the areas that used to be super popular, Seminyak, and what happened is all the surfer dudes, all the yogis, all the cool vibe people used to go to Canggu, and Canggu was a place where there would be all the cool vibe cafes and the best food, because all the surfers wanted they loved coffee, and they loved being conscious, and all the stuff that comes with a place where you surf, yoga, and enjoy life. When things got out of hand in terms of like a lot of people moved in, suddenly people realized that Canggu is quite nice. So people moved past Kuta, Seminyak, and now arrived in Canggu, and it's ridiculous amounts of people were there. So many people. We went there in 2016, and it's completely changed. So we moved even further that way, and the next, you got like Sese, Chemaji, which are nicer areas, still on the beach, but those are like the two fronts that are still not as populated as Canggu. Nasi goreng. Yeah, I do like Asian food. I do like it. You need the stomach for it though, because they do like spicy food, man. But it's very good. Nepal is another area. Yeah. Let's see if this New York noon volatility that we normally see gives us a little bit of a push. If not, it looks like we're going to be repositioning. And I still can't believe we did 3 hours and I haven't heard a note of music, which is insane. I don't know how I've done it without music, but I have. So let's see. What is the local beer? Bing Tang. Bing Tang is the beer you want. It's so good. And they do it in like bigger bottles as well. I got some photos, which is like 10k. What's that in Indonesian? 10k was that? I couldn't believe it. 10k. And this is what was at a restaurant. So that's 60 cents for 4 beers on at a restaurant. So that's less than 20p, which was it settles down quite differently when we go here and you ask for can I have an Indian pale ale, and they're like, yeah, that's $9. I'm like, what? $9? So yeah, quite different. Here comes the last attempt. I think this is going to be our last attempt to push that price up. We'll see what happens. Am I going to reposition? Yes, I'm definitely going to reposition this. I'm probably the things that I'm thinking here in terms of repositioning is if this pushes lower. Let's see, that stop loss to there is, that's 10 pips there, $50. So $150, maybe. In an ideal scenario, I would want to trade it down to this level here, because if it breaks the lows here, it's not looking good for the pound dollar. So I would like to be holding above these levels. I generally thought that we're going to do this. I still do. However, price has been a bit funny. Let's blame August, like we always do. Let's just blame August. It's not me. It's not my trading. It's August. I found the perfect fair value gap and everything worked for me. It's just August. So yeah, if that doesn't work out, we're gonna, or we could just take $61 that we made, and which is 11 pips. I do want to hit that $100 though, so we can pass this next account in 10 days, hopefully. So tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? Tomorrow's NFP. God, that's going to be big. What are we sensing for NFP? Let's have a look. So if there's good news for the dollar, we normally see a manipulation in the other way. So we would see possibly a liquidity grab and then a delivery of price. Now, if the news is wrong, or if it's bad for the dollar, I'm not sure if we're going to see a manipulation. Do you know, because there's already sentiment around positive move on the pound dollar. So it will be interesting to see. Is it going to be one of those where it gives us the real move, then flashes out liquidity and then continues higher? But trying to predict NFP with fundamentals is very, very hard. We are in the Berkshires in Boston at the moment, but we will be going to Bali very, very soon, probably end of September. So maybe 20 days or so, 25 days. And then we can do some Bali vlogs. I know a lot of people want to see some Bali lifestyle. What are we on the subscriber count, by the way? Are we getting closer to that? Oh, we're getting closer to 7,000. Getting closer. $1,000 away from the Vanguard, the scammy Vanguard membership, who someone's going to get for a year. It's going to change his life. So look at a pound dollar, right? So you can see this is not like a trend line, but what I'm looking is you see that, right? That's where. Is it going to give it? Give it! Come on, you can do it. You can do it at the last second. You've got 6 minutes. You can do it. Are we going to see this? I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. Are we going to see something like this? Back to equilibrium, or are we going to see a fail of that to create a lower low here? Are we going to see something like that? We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. I don't think I would have predicted this deep drop into here, to be honest. I was anticipating that price would react on the fair value gap there. I thought something like that is going to happen. I didn't see this. Pound dollar is still, even after a lot of positive news, it's almost like it kind of didn't continue on that sentiment. It kind of consolidated and it failed hard to hold price. It had a little attempt there in the Asian range, and then it failed to hold that price, and now it's kind of squishing. You can see that. See nice clean candles here, and you see these squishy candles. And you can see that if we put a volume indicator on there, and see that like nice delivery, and then now it's just doing that noise. We did hit sell side though. We said it's either going to go here or here, obviously. So it did give us the entry we wanted. It's just not, and it did give us the pips we wanted. But I've been, on this account, I've been greedy twice, haven't I? Because this gave me $49. I could have closed it and taken $100 for the day. But live and learn. Just take what it gives you. Don't have to go crazy. Two days with crazy moves already. Yeah, I agree. Like it's been quite volatile, and everyone is setting up for NFP. Would you position? The only thing I would be thinking is, I thought there would be a bigger reaction on this rebalance. This rebalance of this move, I thought it's going to be a bit more or more to it. Monday, I think I'm going live on one of the Fibers accounts. So with Alex, we're going to be talking a bit of ICT, repositioning, passing challenges, doing a live together, I think. So look forward to that. And we'll see. We will see. Dollar has weekly mitigation block with weekly fair value gap in it. Dollar up, pound dollar down. Let's have a quick look on the dollar index to see how we're going to finish off. Yeah, the story of the pound dollar or the dollar index so far is that we're touching this fair value gap there, which is that a weekly? Oh no, that's that one. So we tapped into that fair value gap, this one here, broke the previous daily high, 103.734. What was the high? If I go onto the candle, 103.740. It's the high. Very bullish candle, this one. Similar to this candle. Look at this candle here. Bullish candle here, spiked up and then started selling off. Yeah, I think we're going to close on a green day for sure. We're not going to sell off into previous daily low for the dollar index. So probably got that working against us. Might have to can the idea. I mean, it's going nowhere, isn't it? It is going nowhere. That 10 pip move was probably the most we would have got from that bounce. But it's hard to know. That's why I find this is why I always forward test, right? So that's why I want to see how August is. Now I've got this information for next year. Next year I'm going to be doing the vlogging and YouTubing and instead of this, for sure. I would definitely be doing the Q&As every week. But it would be better for me to spend time doing creative stuff and playing with my son than just sitting here for 3 hours to watch a fluctuation of 10 pips. Give me London. Where's London? What is this price action? What is this price action? And even if we had big size on, let's say we had 2 lots on there, all we saw was $200 to minus $40 to, do you know what I mean? These 3-hour candles is what we've sat into. Closing a bit lower every time. What do you guys think? How has your trading been for August? Let's see. Let's do a poll. Hopefully the PM silver bullet in 2 hours will close out with movement. Hopefully. So let's see what everyone thinks on do you like August trading? 75% say no so far. 33% say yes. Okay. Maybe different assets as well. But the thing is, if I was trading London, and I have to consider that next year, because I haven't got data trading London. I've been trading New York. So there is a bit of a lack of information here. Is it the New York that I'm not enjoying so much the movement, or is it that it is August and it's the lack of London sessions? Blue 1 account a week, so improving. 1 account a week? Richard, put that money into your own account and trade it. I agree, Darren. London has been quite good. I mean, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I just placed that trade there with a very clean setup. It was nice. Just quick, 11 pips. That's what I'm all about with this trading. I just want to be in, get paid, and go about my day. It's New York, it's not August, lol. I think New York trading is a lot around news as well. $1.69 for this week, with just 0.25 and 0.12 risk in London sessions for me. August has been good. Wow, nice, Hamza. Very good. Well done. Better even this month. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll give it another go next August. But if we're in Europe, maybe I could trade London if we're in Europe. I think we did okay in Greece. Greece was good profits. We traded well in Greece because we could trade the London Open. So there's a few things there going on. We need more information. As a data analyst, I need more info. Five pips. Come on, volatility. Come on. Let's close the day. What do we need to make $100? We need so it will be like, with the cost of it, it would be another 10 pips, wouldn't it? It would have to be like around $50. I don't think it's going to give it to us easily. Where are you staying these days? I'm in Boston, which I'm so excited because if you know the Chromebook trader, we're going to do a live. He's going to be here next to me. So we're going to do a live together. I think it's on the 8th. Is it the 8th? That he's coming. So that'll be fun to meet him in person. We're doing okay now. Let's see. Come on. A little bit more. Break above. Funding pips. I haven't heard of them. No. Are they good? I'm rather impressed, says. Let's see what they do. Funding pips. Are they a new company, old company? Trading rules, let's see. Two-phase. You got the student phase, the practitioner phase. Allowed to hold trades over the weekend and trade during news. You're allowed. 5% maximum daily loss limit. I would like that a bit more. I would like a 10%. 10% daily loss. That would be more up my street. Not that you're going to hit that. You just want to know that you can. Come on, green candle, push. That you want to be, if it's you've had a horrible trade and you want to weather the storm, that you can have the flexibility to move your positions around. You don't want to be closed up into certain areas. So apart from that, next profit split, day payouts 80%. That's good. On demand payouts 90%. Scaling up, first month and 4 payouts as a funded trader, then 10% increase. A bit small increase, 10% after 4 payouts. They've got something called the hot seat. There's so many out there. It's like you need to spend some time to understand them. Okay, we're going into another 10 pips now. How much does it cost me? It cost me 175 for quarter of a lot. $10,600. I just want it to be 100, dude. I can't will the market to give me 20 pips. I might just have to hold it until the silver bullet time and see what it's going to give us. Would yesterday's high be a realistic target for TP? I think I've got a feeling, depends if you're swing trading this or if you're day trading. The previous daily high up here are 70 pips. I find it hard to believe that we're going to do 70 pips in the next 4 hours until market closes. You never know with the markets, but do you mean low or high? Your yesterday's high? No. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing that. I might be wrong. Who knows? But back into equilibrium, potentially. Push to previous daily low. 40 pips, potentially. Holding till tomorrow. Remember, you've got NFP tomorrow, so that can be a bit dangerous, you know. If this breaks below, let's do this. Let's do. Where's my stop? All the way down there. All right, let's do $5. If it goes back to $5, we'll just close it. Nice. We've made $60 on this account, which is nearly to close to 1%. That's a lot on the account. Come on, TP. Stop loss. There we go. So if that hits $6, or maybe just a tiny bit lower in case it does. So we're either going to make like $3 on that, or we're going to make $35. Let's do 10 pips, which is $25. 26. We need the 150 to pay for the trade. So 26.50. 26.50. So we're either going to make 26.50, or if it comes below this candle, we'll just can the idea. The poll says 57% no, 40, I thought that's closer than I thought. 43% liked August, so I'm guessing these are London people, London traders. We'll give it one more minute, see this 15-minute candle close. I was profitable, that didn't mean I like it. I agree. I totally agree with that. You can be profitable, but the way you make the money can be super painful and slow. Looks like it's going to stop us out, isn't it? $99, 7. Oh, there's a gap there. There's an actual gap there. It's going to come and fill this gap. Got out break even for that. So $65 today. Sounds a lot, doesn't it? Remember, it's a 10K, so we've improved the account by $44 because of the stupidity of losing the $200. That's the thing with small accounts, you just have to take it a day at a time. We're not going to have the runners every day. That's super good though. That's good for day one, getting back on track. Tomorrow we're going to trade the biggest, this challenge on NFP. Yeah, this is crazy. So we're trading the TFT account before the NFP event. What time is the NFP event? Because I'm used to it 2:30 UK. Where is my news? NFP tomorrow, it's 8:30. Oh, we might have to wake up early tomorrow. Oh, I can't do that. We might come into the live. Okay, we won't see the first. We don't want to trade the first reaction anyway. So 8:30, we'll be live by 9. That'll be good. We'll see the aftermath, and we're going to throw some Fibonacci on that to see how we're going to trade that. There we go, we filled that gap like we said. And okay guys, I think we're going to call it. That was painful. Painfully slow today, but we did learn something about August. We did get information for tomorrow. We've got an FP event. This is all good stuff. We didn't lose money, we made money. So I think that is winning. If you haven't followed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also on the Instagram, what is it? It's Conscious Day Trader. And you can see a little bit of the background life stuff that we do with my family in Boston until we move to Bali, which is going to be a lot more vlogging there. And tomorrow we're going to be doing the challenge, the 8-cap challenge. 8-cap is the broker, TFD is the provider of the challenge. So we're hoping to get 10% on that. And also, we're going to be analyzing and talking about the NFB. So have a good one, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem getting better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground and it go off, yeah, hit the ground and it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground and it go off, yeah, hit the ground and it go off, yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my. Yeah. Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, hit the ground and it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah. so bad, my self-esteem been bad. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big talk. Young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element. Yeah, said you gon' pull up, then settle it. Yeah, I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out, touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my. Yeah.